All right, let's do a movie review. We're moving right along, aren't we? So I watched Robocop, the bad one. And yeah, it is bad, but I don't know. I really hated it the first time. And I kind of looked at it through a more objective lens this time. I also tried a new way of reviewing it. See if you could, like, for you math nerds, maybe you'll enjoy this more, and you could track my numbers, check my math, make sure I got it right. But unfortunately, because my laptop died, this is going to be more difficult on the phone. So, RoboCop 2014 movie review, -3 stars for the political Samuel L. Jackson. 100% completely unnecessary. I didn't like that. Every single segment with Samuel L. Jackson, I was like, I love you, Sam, but why are you here? And I think that's the whole reason. It's because it's Samuel L. Jackson. They wanted to shove him in this movie. And it was completely unnecessary. Made me mad. So, and -2 stars for Michael Keaton wanting to relive his Batman days or something like that. Playing the CEO is like, can we make it black? Can we put a bat symbol on his chest? Can we have pointy ears? And then he's doing all the weird Michael Keaton gesticulating that he's known for since, like, Mr. Mom. Slamming a fire poke. You want to get nuts? It's like, what's going on with you, Bruce Wayne? Anyway, yeah, -3 for Sam Jackson, -2 for Michael Keaton, -1 star for the drone technology already existing before the cybernetics. What I liked about, and I think it's also the whole, like, top-down thing. Like, we're going to make law enforcement all over the country instead of some sort of local corporation in Detroit invents a cybernetic organism, and then that leads to drone technology. But no, you got all the droids hanging around, and then you're like, oh, we're going to put a human in it. So I don't like that. I didn't like that. I think cybernetics wouldn't necessarily come first. I think robotics obviously is coming first, but cybernetics would be close behind. And anyway, I don't know. For some reason I didn't like it because the original didn't have that. So anyway, another -2 stars for Game Master Grievance. All right, they tell him, it's like, you can handle every kind of caliber round up to 50 cal. And then by the middle of the movie, everyone knows this. And so everyone's getting 50 cal weapons. And he's taking hit after hit after hit after hit. And it's like, man, all these bad guys must be rolling terribly. So it's a Game Master Grievance. It's like, at some point, something should have, like, broke through and took out a lung, and he's done. Anyway. +1 star for Gary Oldman, who is always good in every role he does. And he kind of made me feel better about Samuel L. Jackson. It's like, or maybe reinforce my point about Samuel L. Jackson. Why'd you need him? You had fucking Gary Oldman. +1 star for taking nearly half the movie to get into good action scenes. Even though you did explain how emotion is involved in human creativity, a.k.a. the soul. And I like that scene in the beginning, even though, you're holding off on the droid death matches, you do show that, like, human emotion is involved in, like, the creative process. They're showing the scene of the guy trying to play guitar with his bionic hands. And he starts, people in the room start reacting to him playing, and so he starts feeling, and that somehow screws up his brain chemistry, and the bionics stop working correctly. I don't know. Why don't you hook him up to nerves and not his, I don't know, chemicals in his brain? Anyway, that being said, I don't understand. I'm not a neurologist. I don't know how it works. What do they call it? Like a cybernetic neurologist or whatever. Anyway. So, and I think that shows a flaw in the whole idea of cybernetics in general. And there was a whole issue with him, with Robocop, is like all the emotion is, his emotion makes him slower than the droids. So he's not as effective because he's a human being. And it brings up the whole conversation of cybernetics or even drones involved in law enforcement. So, hey, I like that +1. I mean, it took nearly half the movie to get to action, but you did kind of bring up some interesting conversations that could have been had in the theater or in the parking lot after the movie by the fans. But no, you wanted to start it in the movie. Okay, fine. -1 star for character design. The old RoboCop character design, it looked like a tank impregnated a chick holding a scorpion. Like the little submachine gun. It's illegal in a lot of places in the world. It's a Czechoslovakian machine pistol. Anyway. And I kind of I prefer the old design. I know it was different for Peter Weller because, I mean, it was a physical costume he had to wear and everything like that. God bless his heart, you know. And I don't know, it just looked more badass. But when they did this RoboCop, everything, you know, just like everything, it's all, even the guy with the bionic hands playing guitar, it's just, he's got green screen gloves on. You know, and this guy's just walking around with a green suit on with golf balls all over his body. I don't know, that practical effects need to make a comeback, I think. But this was 2014, so. Plus one for the conversation, okay, about AI and emotion. And law enforcement, okay, I mentioned that earlier. And so it's 8 of 13 stars. You can check my math. We could go over it right now. -3 for political Sam Jackson, -2 for Michael Keaton, -1 for drone technology already existing, -2 stars for Game Master Grievance, +1 star for Gary Oldman, +1 star for taking nearly half the movie to talk about Souls, -1 star for character design, +1 star for a conversation involving AI, emotion, and law enforcement. 8 of 13 stars. Lewis was the final star. He's +1. So I think that brings the math to 8. Lewis was the original in the original movie was like a female partner, and I didn't have a problem with it originally, but then it got to that weird scene where she's kind of flirting with the RoboCop, and it's like, where do you think this is going to go? And so that kind of made it a little awkward. But in this movie, Lewis was his partner, you know, a dude, somebody I felt like a little bit better trusting with secrets and so forth, and Lewis is seeing his friend. He's, you know, seeing the changes that are happening, and I'm trying not to give away everything. And I really liked him as a character. I thought it was better to make him a male, absolutely, because, you know, weird sexual tension between a girl and a robot. Oof. Bionic, I know. And what was that dude that played Rorschach? He was in there. He was pretty good as well. I forget his name. Kept calling him Tin Man. I wonder if they had to pay it. I think it is an MGM movie, so they probably didn't have to pay for the rights. Anyway.
The madman